Prologue. The guitar, an instrument considered to be an orchestra in miniature, having the intensity of trumpets to the softness of a harp. Progressively over the centuries, the guitar has grown vastly in the world of music. Historically, many composers of the stringed instrument are quite obscure, with a handful of names to recall. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the guitar tended to be an inferior instrument compared to that of the piano. This biography will be telling the story of an Italian virtuoso guitarist, composer and teacher of that era, Matteo Carcassi. Little is known of his life besides a few sparing facts. He published music and method books giving insight. With much effort and research, new information has helped contribute to this biography. A few plots based on historical research of the time are to create story elements. Each chapter includes a list of pieces to research and listen to while reading. The numbers and brackets indicate where to start each piece. It is in much hopes that you enjoy this biography of Antonio Matteo Carcassi. Chapter 1. A Humble Beginning. April 8th, 1796. A crying scream of labor rang from the bedroom. It was not a normal cry in such an event. At times it paused, but only to be louder the next. All Salvatore could do was pace about the living room in hope, the sound of his wife piercing his ears. It all seemed to last for an eternity. The wails lasted through the midday hours. Salvatore felt a storm of worry enter his heart. The nurse rushed to and fro from the bedroom for supplies. At one point, Salvatore stopped her. "Violante, how is she?" "I cannot say at the moment. Only time will tell." She headed back into the noise of the bedroom. Salvatore gave a sigh of utter despairity. He knew that a first child would be a risk. It was the fear of every couple, as a woman had a high chance of death in giving birth, especially for the first time. Salvatore stopped his pace to glance at the clock. 4 in the afternoon. At that exact moment, the screaming halted and a baby's cry gave way. Salvatore looked towards the bedroom in eagerness. The doctor opened the door, letting Violante come out holding a child. Salvatore rushed to her to get his first glimpse. Violante smiled. "Congratulations, you have a son." "My Matteo." Salvatore held his son. "My Antonio Matteo." Violante kept her happiness at such a sight, but Salvatore then saw her smile fade. He glanced at the bedroom, where no more noise was made. In a frantic moment, he handed Matteo to Violante and entered the bedroom. There, his wife was in bed, pale and trembling in a faint. He turned to the doctor. "Will she be all right? Please tell me my dear Carolina will be all right." "Come here a moment." The doctor guided Salvatore aside. He then explained, "I do not know if she will survive through the night. The birth was hard on her, and she is extremely weak. We must wait until dawn. I shall do all I can. Now you must go to your child." Salvatore nodded somberly and returned to his living room. There he found Violante sitting on the sofa, holding little Matteo. They appeared picture-perfect together. Salvatore sat beside Violante, and they admired the little child. It distracted the worried man, as Matteo was so cute with his eyes clenched shut, his small hands reaching for anything. Salvatore let him grab his finger. He then turned to Violante. "May I ask you something?" "Si." "You have helped my wife greatly in the past months, and we have enjoyed your time with us. I would like you to be a secondary caretaker for Matteo, to teach him. If Carolina doesn't make it, I'd like you to be his mother." "I would be honored. He will indeed need much guidance, as he is your eldest." Violante kissed the child. The affection formed a smile on the baby's expression. Salvatore knew he made a good choice. It was then the doctor returned. He had a calm demeanor and announced, "Carolina is awake. She would like to see her son." Salvatore shot up from his seat. Violante handed Matteo to him, and he entered the bedroom. Carolina sat up in bed, still pale. Salvatore sat beside her and put the child in her arms. The baby cooed at his mother. Carolina asked her husband, "Shall we take him to be baptized tomorrow?" "Not tomorrow. Let us wait until Sunday, the day after. You need rest." Salvatore kissed Carolina on the forehead. The warmth brought back color to her skin, so he gave her more tender pecks. Carolina asked, "You did name him as we discussed, right?" "Of course. Our Antonio Matteo Carcassi." When Sunday came, Salvatore and Carolina brought the new member of the family to the chapel of San Lorenzo for the regular Sunday morning service. Everyone in attendance admired the little one. Matteo became the subject of attention as any newborn would be. Carolina held him in her gracious arms, cocooned in a blanket. She and Salvatore took seating in a pew beside Violante. The two women rather paid more attention to Matteo than the morning mass. Salvatore eyed his son often, but tried to listen. The choir that day seemed especially in good cheer. The voices rang as bells in the main hall. After the service, a more private group gathered towards the front of the church, including the Carcassi family and Violante. There, the priest took Matteo to baptize him. During the routine of such, an observer wrote the event in a book of registry, stating, "April, the 10th of aforesaid month, Sunday, Carcassi, Antonio Matteo, son of Salvatore, son of Tommaso Carcassi, and of Carolina, daughter of Francesco Tacci, married from the parish of S. Lorenzo, born on the 8th of the same month at 4 p.m. Godmother Violante, daughter of Girolamo Cambi and widow Cambi, from the parish of Orensancelle. J.J. Migueli baptized him.